Welcome Switchheads, Kanan here, and gather round for my Broken Blades review. And whilst you're at it, why not hit that like button to help out the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe for even more content of questionable quality. And so, what have we got here then? Broken Blades is a fighting platformer 2D action game where you will be wandering around different environments, cutting down various monsters and creatures. Armed with your sword, with which you can buy and even randomly pick up extra blade parts, which have varying abilities and boosts. This also changes the way you swing your sword. And there's even power-ups and food to be found on your journeys as well, which are taken off randomly fallen creatures. And these pickups can be stunning items like thick skin, rat taming, brute force, healer, although once you actually have this one, I found the game got incredibly much more easier and harder to die really, which I suppose is what the actual point of the thing is, but it kind of like breaks the system almost. And on we go. Creatures you meet will stun you in their variety. Spiders, bats, rats, trolls, to just name a few. And as you progress you will meet variants of these too. Playing the game will involve you to master such techniques as jump and double jump, as well as a swipe for your sword and a roll or dodge. And if you ever want to buy any of them items I mentioned before, then start collecting dropped coins to buy overpriced items you will probably pick up in a drop somewhere and sometime in your run. And as well as all of this, there are puzzling things like there's exits all over the place and you can only go into literally a handful of them, which normally have a chest or something inside, and other than that these don't actually have anything in them because you can't go into them. Instead, you get a wonderful quote like, "I'd rather shit my pants than go in." I mean, literally, what the fuck? All the areas you visit feel the same, with different skins, and while you can move up and down platforms and areas, this does not really help the game feel more open or interesting, although there are teleporters in some parts as well as the environmental traps like spikes and projectiles, and interestingly enough these and some of the creatures randomly generate between playthroughs. The controls work okay for the most part, but feel basic, and the double jump seems to, choose when it wants to work, leaving you in kind of a power struggle trying to get onto a ledge that you have to go up, but yet the double jump doesn't want to give you access to it. And then there's the bosses that, they seem to range from basic to mildly interesting, and use the learn its movements to defeat it, and then you get a kind of proof you actually defeated it for some reason. Graphically, it's one of them, for me, too retro and too basic looking games that just come across as almost lazy. Audio wise, felt just as bad, with some standard sound effects and, well, repetitive music that you can't fucking turn down on its own, which really annoys me. Why? As you progress, the game starts to feel samey, and I have to be honest here, rather boring after a while to play, which is a shame. The good. You don't have to buy it after this review. There's an off button on your Nintendo Switch if you have bought it already. There is a good idea here, and I can see that, but it's just been implemented really, really badly. The bad. Enemies after a while are just basically variants of other ones you've already gone past. Why, oh why, no volume control for the music? No. In fact, if you're going to do that, make different music so you've got more of it to actually listen to. Samey content. Gets boring too fast. Basic mechanics like the double jump does not work all the time. And what the fuck is with all the exits that do nothing? I literally couldn't play anymore, so I just stopped. The score. Oh no. This just feels lazy, boring and a waste of your money. I'm sure someone will probably defend this rubbish, but I'm giving it a 1 out of 5, and I almost gave it a 2 out of 5, but I feel I would be pissed off had I paid even 89p for this. And with that, hey, what are your thoughts? Why not leave them down in the comments, because after all, that is where they belong. And as for my alternative, I'm going to be suggesting something miles better than this game. Go and play Six Souls instead. It's a much better platformer, it's more fun, and it has a worthwhile game mechanic. And of course, as usual, if you have a better alternative, then please feel free to leave it down in the comments, because, well, we'd like to all hear about it. And as always, hit that like button, it really does help the channel and helps with the YouTube algorithm. And if you haven't already, come and subscribe, because, well, you'll be getting all the latest content that I put out. I've just started with a sales video, which I'm going to try and do every other week, time permitting, and I've got other things on its way as well as my great reviews. And come and visit us in our community Discord, because life is better when we switch together.